Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a fitness model, personal trainer, also actor named George Gregory Plitt Jr. Most people call him Greg Plitt. And Greg Plitt, he was about 6'1", 195 pounds, ripped. I mean ripped year round. But at the same time, this guy stayed on his diet year round. He never came off his diet. He was a very, very disciplined person, super disciplined person, almost like military-like discipline. And Greg Plitt was on Muscle and Fitness magazine as the front cover page person. And the guy had so many cover photos until it was crazy. He was very successful as a model. He really wasn't hurting for any kind of work. But Greg Plitt was basically, he was one of those type of people that was a real deep thinker, you know, a real deep thinking type person. The guy had been working out since 6th grade, and you know, from a home gym that his dad had bought him, and he never stopped lifting weights. He been lifting weights just that long. And he also ended up becoming a personal trainer and was very successful at being a personal trainer also. And the thing about Greg Plitt is that his workouts were not really heavy workouts. They was always like moderate workouts, but they were different. He had his own twist when it came down to working out and sculpting his body. And the guy was, he was in super shape. I mean, I can't express that enough. He was in incredible shape. And you can look at these photos of him and see that he was in shape pretty much, like I said, year round. But at the same time, again, he stayed on his diet year round. He never did let up off of it. But the thing about Greg Plitt is that, you know, the guy ended up dying in January the 17th, 2015, at the age of 37. And he was actually shooting a commercial on the train tracks, and he was hit by the train. Now, that part right there kind of boggles me to death, because it's impossible for a person not to know that a train is behind you. And from what they say about the videotape, he was shooting a commercial for an energy drink, and I think he was trying to emulate the amount of energy that the drink would give him to outrun a train. And that's theory. That's completely theory, because nobody knows what he was thinking about when he did that but him. And he ended up getting hit by the train, and it killed him. And what I wanted to talk to you all about is basically, because of this, is know your limits. Know your safety limits when it comes down to your thought process, because you can push your mind so far out there until you can make yourself believe you can do pretty much anything. And there's nothing wrong with that until you go past the boundaries of safety. So that's the main thing to carry from this particular story. Know your boundaries and know your limits. And you can't go wrong doing it that way. But like I said, Gregory Plitt, he was an incredible athlete, and he pushed the limits. I mean, in all of his exercises, even in his thought process, he pushed the limits. And he ended up pushing himself beyond what he was capable of doing. So, know your limits. That's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And again, I'll be talking to you later.